Let's go.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the
And she's been handling it alone.
Huh? You're...
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretary.
Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Joyun Karst. She's the General Secretary of the Liyue Qixing.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced, they commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Joyun Karst. Still, Ganyu should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a trace.
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at UA. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as...
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right?
It's because of this When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of...
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload...
Speaking of...
Of course!
That's good news. Could you go we're sick.
It's about time.
No, perhaps we should go to late...
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. We should hurry up. Paimon hopes we can find her there. Standing over there. That's Ganyu! We finally found her! Ganyu, here you are!
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yuaha...
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore?
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid you came here.
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. When the Adepti entrusted my Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. Perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. I appreciate your kindness, but after 1,000 years away, I came back to Joyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind.
But...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Cloud Retainer? We're...
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you said...
Wow! You...
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well. A matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle yes. Since you are...
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that you're...
Oh, Paimon! to hear it?
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often.
Wow.
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball. The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward.
And you did the exact...
Be that, but returning to Ganyu, one cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Kar, one will tell you more about her. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Jueyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard.
Oh, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Jueyun Karst. She should be in the southern part of
Huh, is that so? Let's go take a look then.
Why did you come here? Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus training.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel the training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall...
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something Cloud Retainer would come up with. clever!
If you could see through the eyes of an Adeptus, you wouldn't be so surprised. We've completed the task. What do you... I agree. You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti.
Ganyu, what were you playing?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only...
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my...
Who is it?
Conqueror of Demons.
Huh. So it's Shell. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's...
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to... He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course we are! Let's go!
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer.
I don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us.
Shell is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human, always treading the line between the two worlds. Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the
Yes. I'm ready. We're way behind schedule. We're way behind schedule.
The trial's begun! Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed!
No touching! Access denied! Next on the... All hail! Next on... Blaze over! Access denied. We're way behind schedule. All hail. No touching. Blaze over.
The sun is out. Our work's done for the day. Shall we take a stroll?
I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's only you can evaluate the result of this trial.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training.
I have to do...
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a...
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that...
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come up. Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings, O Adepti. I beg of you, please grant me luck, wealth.
Oh, so it's a pilgrim. Huh. He can handle any battle, but talking to straight...
I am also one of the Adepti. You can say...
Perfect! I didn't come in vain then. Although you said... What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight to the point.
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't...
For free? Do you mean that you charge?
That's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that it would be unfair to other people if you got everything you wanted.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. The lives of the common folk are riddled with hardships. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy...
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and you sure you're not one of those swindlers who pose as an Adeptus to cheat people out of their money? Ugh, how dare you reprove me? I bet you came here looking for the...
He might sorta have a point. We did come here looking for Ganyu after all.
Enough! Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
It's not his behavior. The things he said, I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make... But being questioned by him made me realize that But I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
It's true! Just believe us!
All right. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. That said, I still trust my initial... If I'm proven right, I'll return to Jueyun Karst once again.
It's a step in the right direction.
I'm still...
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there! You don't want to turn back now!
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite if...
That's right! Where do you want to go first, then?
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to... Let's go for a walk in the...
Happy to come with.
The sound of the waves in this familiar, the smell of the sea breeze make...
Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken a...
Huh, that's true. Ganyu seemed to be working.
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it, but it put me in a certain mood.
Is that? It is! It's Lady Ganyu. I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you.
Lady Ganyu? Why are you calling her that?
Allow me to introduce Uncle Tian. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and I am the one who is...
Uncle Tian is a member of the Liyue Qixing, the Tianshu.
What? The same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion, fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be fault. In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and...
Uncle Tian is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person of such no...
What an honor to receive such high...
Uncle Tian, please. A person of your standing should really stop calling...
My apologies. It's not in... Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the Qi...
Oh, so you've been friends for many...
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary.
Talking about secretaries... I don't know if I should bring it up.
Yes, she works at Yue High Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help her?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't... May I trouble you to meet her at Yue?
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character. Just like that, huh? Let's move then.
Miss Ganyu, it's been too long. I don't know why, but seeing you...
Indeed, it has been a while, Huixin. I'm flattered, but aren't you exaggerating a little? I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from...
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary...
So, what can you tell...
Where should I start? There are obvious irregularities in the tax declaration without any evidence.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded...
Well, is there any...
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right? Let's approach it this way, then.
Huh?
If I remember correctly...
In that case... I know what you mean, Miss Ganyu. Miss Ganyu plans to let them expose each other.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique.
Yes.
Aha! We meet again, traveler. And you must be...
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept or should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to
What? Second Life? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng. He's stealing all.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is Huh.
Don't let that If you don't believe me, show me.
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Well then, please look over this tax record. We'll review Second Life's credit based on your observations.
Oh, of course. I'll read line by line and... Ah, here, that exquisite wooden... Look at the tax.
Nice.
I took...
But he might have destroyed...
Aha.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenter. Thank you for shining a light.
Oh, please.
It's all right, Wei Xin.
Oh, that's so considerate of you. Still, I'm...
Welcome. I'm used.
Kingsa really is full.
Hey, I heard that.
Master Lu, we've just come to...
Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well,
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the
Oh, it's about...
Sure enough, Miss... Could we perhaps...
Of course, but... as for old... But some trouble, since you need...
So that's what happened. I see.
I'll leave you to it then.
Take back the warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us...
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers.
Oh, Paimon Season 2! It's one of the Fatui!
They must be plotting something against Li.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, we won't cause a serious diplomatic Besides, I can already feel their malicious intention. My intuition as the secretary...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him...
You'll get frosty.
Step! Teamwork is strength! Speed of light! Hey!
Don't
With sword comes shadow!
Shield to the bone.
Let's light it up! Incoming! Hey!
No problem.
Speed of light!
Flash frost.
I think you've had enough.
Plan? What plan?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly if you don't spill whatever, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I'm telling the truth.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you...
Fine. If you really...
About to...
Pick berries over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with such a...
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning, and I heard that there were fresh berries in this area. Think about it. I'm here alone, and Jinxa Village is nothing more than a retirement spot for old people.
Judging by how he's looking at us, it does...
So you have nothing to do with the occupation of Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse?
Fanmu Carpenter's warehouse? Where's that? I swear, I only came here to...
So it wasn't the Fatui who took over Master Lu's warehouse after...
I misjudged the situation and offended you. Our exchange only represents my personal views.
Exchange? This woman, she's clearly aware that the Ministry of Civil...
Yes, precisely. As an alternative, you may...
Paimon's it!
Darn you. How can you wear that?
What's your choice, then?
I'll get back to my berries.
What a bittersweet end.
I made a laughingstock out of myself. I might have spent too much time away from work.
No worries. It's always nice to teach the fatigue.
Let's keep moving toward...
So this is the warehouse. Seems like those troublemakers were nothing more than a few hair churls. Let's show them what we got. Yeah! Break a leg! Incoming! Everybody stand back! On leap! Hey! Hey! Nowhere to hide! Flags up! And step! Speed of light! Yeah! Observe! That's gonna hurt in the morning. Incoming! Teamwork is dreamwork! Cut to the chase! And leap! Your grand finale! Don't blink! Incoming! Don't blink! Hey! Speed of light! Got lucky that time. Incoming! Let's light it up! Nowhere to hide. Speed of light. Windblade. All clear! Quick, let's look around for the invoice. This one is an invoice from One Min Restaurant. Some dining tables and chairs. That's not it. This one is Wangsheng Funeral Parlors. Oh, so this one is Second Lives.
Miss...
I promise to help. Look, it... Agreed.
Isn't it? I told you that all I do.
Groundless act, but I sincerely...
No. No. I'm an honest merchant. I would never get involved with...
Haven't I made myself clear?
What? Proven...
He's talking without rhyme or time for the finishing.
Mr. Dongsheng, can you... Do you admit to tax evasion? This transaction...
I didn't think you'd find out. I didn't leave...
Indeed. We wouldn't have found out if it weren't for Mr. Bois...
The lie? He's got his...
Oh? Mr. Dongsheng, I'd like to hear a little more about this. I don't think you'll need my
Yes. Your enemy knows you to think.
I'm hitting your opponent. That's how Uncle... I figured that it's so. I decided to use one of your...
I can see... I'm really...
Ganyu sold...
Oh.
Then... Alright, come on, Ganyu. Just say yes. Let's eat. Oh, come on.
If it's just a meal, there's no reason for me...
Actually, I've already booked...
All right.
Miss Ganyu, thank you for accepting my invitation. And as for the two of you, your present...
Sure!
That's so kind of you, Huixin. You went to...
Truth be told, apart from thanking you...
Oh? If there's anything I can...
No, I don't really need...
With pleasure.
When I was a little girl, my father used to tell me, even though I have the utmost respect for my father, I always admired how gentle, and I've only decided to join the Yuhai Pavilion staff because I've always looked up to you.
I didn't know that you think so highly of me.
However, in reality, I can't compare myself.
I disagree. You're a...
Over the years, I became a mother, too.
Huh? So Uncle Tian is a grandpa?
Influenced by my youthful ideals, she followed my footsteps and came to be a secretary. At first, I was worried about her. It's not an easy job, after all. But after all that happened this...
So, what made you change your mind?
The fact that she'll have you, Ms. Ganyu, as her senior colleague. You'll help her, gentle as always, and tell her it'd be such a beautiful moment. If it's not too much to ask for, she might still need your guide.
Huixin, I never thought that I meant so much.
Just like when you showed me my father's trick.
Witness. It's true that I've witnessed thousands of years, but I've always regarded it as Huixin. You've made me realize that I share another connection with... They rely on me.
No, of course.
Hooray! Ganyu's finally cheered up.
Even if I've really been supplanted, I won't let you down. I'm going to fulfill my contract and keep working as the Qixing secretary. Regardless, I'll go back and... I'm afraid that it might have all... No time to waste. Let's get back to work.
Good luck, Miss Ganyu.
We're leaving already? Paimon's still hungry.
Baisha, are you okay? Look! Look who's back!
You even have enough time for leisure? It seems you three are a suitable replacement for me after all.
Not at all! We've been working for too long.
We wouldn't have survived long enough to see you again, Miss Ganyu.
Miss Ganyu, we've missed you.
That's so kind of you all, given we've only met once.
We've been praying day and night for you to return and take over your duty.
To us, you're like an adeptus coming down to the human.
Forget all our envious complaints from before.
All right. Please divide the matters at hand into government affairs, business affairs, and civil affairs. I'll take care of the rest.
Of course.
Oh, finally.
Yes. I'd like to earnestly thank you, Traveler. If it weren't for your companionship... To think that I'd gained a human friend outside of work. I'd like to repay you when I'm done with the work at hand. What would you say if I accompanied you on one of your trips?
Sure, but are you ever done with work, Ganyu?
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, shall we?